Not only severe weather for the U.S., also over here for Puerto Rico and the islands as this system passes by. Now this system is strengthening to where it's expected to have 150 miles per hour winds and 184 miles per hour wind gusts. A very powerful storm passing by.
We got a major hurricane that's going to sweep by the southeast coast of North Carolina. Hopefully we will not get it. It will be very, very close, but it is a hurricane that we have to watch. And I've been having a feeling that, you know, we got another one coming after that that should hit up near South Carolina, Georgia, Florida area. But I've been having a feeling that this is going to be taking place this year closely, and I have been preparing all along. I have been picking stuff up, preparing for this way before, because when you're dealing with a hurricane, it's hard to get everything organized and set up for a storm in such a short period of time. These right here I have washed. I should have got them in yesterday. I just couldn't get to everything, but we're gonna start picking up what's left. Category 4, possibly about 10 more miles per hour of being a category 5. So it's a little after 6 in the morning, and we see the clouds that's rolling in back there. It's moving in very, very fast. Not only do we have to prepare for the outside, but we have to also consider the inside. So on the inside, I've got things charging up. So I have a solar power ordeal, lights, and something that I can have some power if we need power, if the power goes out. If that thing turns suddenly, which really nobody knows until the very last. Go ahead and get that set up. I have Alexa Pure. I've got it filled up with water. I have bottles of water, and today I'll also make sure that I have some food ready. I usually always stay prepared, because see, this is the thing, no matter if it's a hurricane or what it is, we need to stay prepared. So the humidity's really bad in here. I'm gonna cut the fans on. I'm gonna shut these doors. Look, let me show you something. This is how fast this thing's moving, in literally in 5 minutes. You see how much it's moved? I have a hand pump that I could switch from power. I'll shut the breaker here, flip a switch into the little pump house, and then if we lose power for the animals, I've got water already set up. No, Betsy, no. I about dropped it. No. So what we'll do, we'll get everybody fed up, we'll let them eat. What I always do when it comes to storms, these feeders will go into, the 5-gallon feeders will go into the coops. That way it protects it from rain, because when hurricanes, the wind is going everywhere, and there's no way to keep it dry. Of course, then you have to probably deal with the floodings. Hopefully we won't get all that. I'm hoping that it'll just, you know, stay further out and to scoop up. But we're gonna go ahead and get everybody set up. We're gonna get the waters filled up. I'm looking at the level of that, make sure it wasn't leaking from yesterday. I was just trying to watch it. Get it filled up. Get everybody filled up. Get everybody full. Get everybody prepared, so that if it switches really quickly, then we're already ready. Hi guys. Hi. I know I haven't spent much time with you. We've just been busy, haven't we? Yeah, we have. We have been busy. I know y'all ready. I know. I hear you. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. with them gathered together like this and feeding, then I can actually see what my chickens look like because they move around so much. And what I was doing was trying to see how many roosters I got into this pen right here. So actually we got 5 roosters, 5. We had to do something with Watcher, and unfortunately that happened. Not that I liked it, not at all, but sometimes I have definitely found out, sometimes on the homestead, you got to do things. It's not about your feelings. It's about what you got to do for the safety, for the protection, for the well-being of the animals. There's things that you have to make a decision on, and then you got to stick to your guns. So the saying, stick to your guns, means into the South, stick to your plan. Stick to what you got to do. That's exactly what that means. So because we don't know where the storm is exactly going, maybe at this point in time, or the winds that we might be getting, or the rains, I'm going to go ahead and fill this up, which has never been filled up, to a level. It's going to give it weight. It's also going to give them the water later on in case we lose power, so I don't have to go and drag water in here, which is not a big deal. It's not the first time. It's really nice to have that extra, it's a hand pump. I can go in there and bring them water and don't worry about my animals. So inside I have put a little copper tubing that I had cut, because back in the day when they had hand pumps, they used to put copper pennies into their pitcher of the water they was bringing inside to use. As it sits there, it creates it, not to get algae, and I'm not sure what else because I haven't researched it. I just know that's what they did. It's hard to find copper pennies now, and when you were going through your pennies, you could tell it has a little bit of green onto it. So, and you can polish, and it polishes up really nice. And so I put this piece of copper in there, and it's probably about, I would say 6, 7, 8 inches long. And I have literally, for all the heat and humidity here, and this being a light container, I haven't had any allergy. So that's super cool to give this a test run into the water, because I can't stand it when their water gets algae in it, and you're just, once it gets in there, it's hard to get it off. It kind of stains the container. Hi. If you have an automatic water in containers like this, where you kind of cut the top so that you can put in your water or even your feed, then what I do is, see how the water's filled up, but to keep the lid on there, I mean, it stays on there just like it is, but if you have any wind, then this will help keep it steady just by using zip ties and a drill a hole there to the lid, zip tie it on both sides, and it stays secure. So we're at a couple hours later. Yeah, the sun is peeking through, but the wind has been gradually picking up, and then suddenly we've got a lot more wind. So what we got going on here in the inside, we got our Blue Eddy. We've got it plugged up. It was already fully charged, but we're going to keep it plugged up. We also have a solar radio. It runs off of electricity, and also solar. Everything is sitting back there. It has little light bulbs that you can plug into here. You can plug your phone charger or phone into there, and little adapters there. So we have that plugged up, ready to go. Kind of keep this plugged up all the time. This is a little AM FM radio flashlight. Also gives the weather. We have this Coleman light here. You can turn it on low. You can turn it on high. Of course, low, it would work longer. We also have some battery operated lights sitting back there that works off DC. We really need to get these out and see how these batteries are doing. We've got batteries. See if I can get this undone here. It's kind of got stuck in there. So we need to check that. We also have a little fan. This is a solar power for the Blue Eddy. This is a fan that runs off a DC. Works off of batteries, which can be plugged into the Blue Eddy if needed to. So we need to check this. It's been sitting here. This is something we keep up all the time. So it has different tiers here as far as the power of the strength. When there's no power, this gives off a lot of light. We have some e-blue emergency light bulbs you plug into the light. I need to go find those. Usually keep it plugged up. You plug it in and it charges it, and then when the power goes off, it automatically comes on. This little system right here also has a flashlight to it. This is by Renogy. It always stays plugged up so that if you have no power, your cell phone is going down, you can plug it into here. You can put it outside and it'll charge your phone up or keep it going. This also has a USB adapters down there, and then cigarette lighter plug-in, different adapters. We also have our Alexa Pure, and we filled it up with some water, so we'll check it, make sure the water level's right. So this is what the bulb looks like. There's 4 of those there, so I must have 2 put somewhere. I just went ahead and put one in that light right there. Make sure it's charged up. We'll put this somewhere. And so this can screw at the end of it if you wanted to hang it somewhere. And it doesn't last that long, but it's, if you use it sparingly, it gives you some power, especially if the power goes out and you're trying to find your way around. So this was ordered off of Amazon. The lighting's not good in here this morning. Just ran in here right quickly to get some things out. So we have our flashlights ready. Of course, we have, I think, some more flashlights. These I picked up at the Dollar Tree a long time ago. You pull the plug, you can hang them somewhere, and you pull the plug, and it gives you a little bit of light. I've got batteries. I need to check and make sure what size batteries these are. And of course, I've got batteries, and then you can walk around with these. I usually just have them now. I used to have them sitting all over the house. I can't get it one hand, but sitting at different places around the house in case the power goes out. They was angled so that you could just, be ready. So we put one of those bulbs up in that light, and we're going to let it charge up. We keep one up in this light right here in the middle, and it doesn't take very long to be in here. We can be in here and cut the light off, and it automatically charges up and stays on for a while. And right now it's not, because we haven't been in here. So the thing about canning is that you already got food prepared no matter what your situation is. But when a storm is coming, I always like to go ahead and cook me up something good, because I gotta have some lunch today anyhow. And it's just really nice to go ahead and have that done. And so we've got our water. We stay prepared here. but we're going to continue preparing and see what happens with the storm. Believe it or not, people are already acting crazy. Storm ain't even got here yet. So this is a, they used to have these in campers. It was the camper light before they got power like into campers. This is what you bought. It runs off of D batteries, 4 of them. And so I put this at my back door in case I'm trying to come in, there's no power, I can't see to get in. So I keep this hung at my back door. I just changed the batteries. So, and this puts out a very, very good light for this little bulb.